Coming up next on CBS 8 News, live at 5, from bad to worse, gas prices across the county jumped again today, hitting a new record high.
USD's basketball coach fired today after another disappointing season. Marcus takes a look at Sam School's time with the Toreros.
And back in Bloom, we're going to take you up to Carlsbad for opening weekend at the Flower Fields. Plus, Sean will have your microclimate forecast so you can plan your visit there. The news starts right now.
This is CBS 8 News live at 5.
All right, we know we are starting to sound like a broken record here, but gas prices, they keep going up. They are hitting historic highs across the county. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Price.
And I'm Regina on. Kirsten Holmes has the night off. The price for regular unleaded rose another 11 cents overnight, going from $5.21 a gallon to $5.32 a gallon. According to AAA, that's the highest average price for San Diego gas that we've ever seen. And to add on, today is the 17th record high we've seen in the last 19 days.
So it's no surprise that people are looking for other ways to get around so they can avoid driving. As CBS 8's Ariana Cohen explains, rising gas prices are fueling some different purchases.
Everybody knows by now prices are increasing at the pump, and this has many people actually excited about finding new modes of transportation.
One look at the gas prices is bad news for California drivers. Many stations have gas priced at more than $5 a gallon.
California's moving me out. They're kicking me out with the gas prices being one of them.
$70 for one tank of gas.
I remember when it was 35 cents a gallon.
But for this e-bike shop owner, high gas prices are good news.
I love them. It's good for business. Nobody wants to pay a lot of money for gas. Every day we do more and more business with e-bikes, and I think it's because of the prices of gas.
His electronic bikes are priced under $2,000, a price tag shoppers are willing to pay to avoid the gas pump.
Just always looking around, especially with gas prices lately.
They charge just like a laptop, and they'll get you 20 to 40 miles on a charge. We see people actually trading in their cars and buying e-bikes to get back and forth to work to avoid the traffic, save some money on gas.
According to Gas Buddy, the lowest you'll pay for gas is $4.84 at the Sycuan Market in El Cajon.
So Russia's invasion has sent oil prices above $100 a barrel. This is nearly $113, something we haven't seen in 11 years.
Which means prices at the pump will likely not go down anytime soon. Local experts have some tips on what you can do to save money at the pump.
So there's different things that drivers can do. They can maximize fuel efficiency. Make sure that your tires are rotated regularly. We recommend that you do it every 5,000 miles, that you change your oil, that you change your filters, but also we are asking drivers to change their driving habits.
Try and go to independently owned gas stations. Those stations tend to keep prices low, particularly kind of the unbranded or the off-brand independent stations.
Now, if your car allows it, local experts say you can get more bang for your buck by using premium gas instead of regular. This could add a few extra miles per gallon. Ariana Cohen, CBS 8.
I miss the good old days where you could just get gas for $50, and now it's more than that now. So
I miss the good old days when you get gas for $20.
I don't know that time. But well, it was a very good day to leave your car at home and go maybe for a bike ride or even a walk.
That is definitely a lot cheaper. But the big question, will this nicer weather continue into the work week? Meteorologist Sean Stiles joining us now with the first look at your microclimate forecast. Sean, you remember when you could fill up a gas tank for like $10, right?
When that guy said 35 cents a gallon, I remember in high school, everyone had to go bum 50 cents so we could drive from La Mesa down to the beach. 4 guys in a car. $2 got us to the beach and back because gas was only 35 cents a gallon in those days. Crazy to think what it is now. When we look outside, it has been a beautiful day, and the sun is setting towards the horizon, and nary a cloud to be found. It should be very beautiful as the sun makes its way over the horizon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised with how clear the sky is and the drier atmosphere. We might see a green flash out there, so if you can scoot out there between broadcasts and check it out. You'll find a very interesting phenomenon. Frost advisory with that dry atmosphere for the inland microclimates up into the mountains, so some very chilly conditions tonight. And how about the rainfall? We picked up another couple 100s yesterday, and the snow flew across the mountains down even into Julian. It melted off immediately, but they picked up 1 inch overnight, another 3 inches at Palomar Mountain. Mount Laguna back and forth at the very top. They saw some snow, but just below, say, 5,000 feet, it was rain again. 65 tomorrow, so very close to our average, and then 67, which is our average. Will cool down a little bit on Wednesday, but then we're talking about another Santa Ana coming in. This one that's developing now as we speak will bring us into the low 70s in the inland microclimates, and then we cool a little bit by the time we get to Wednesday. But I got to tell you, much warmer weather heading our way by the second half of the work week.
Today, a second effort to get civilians safely out of the Ukraine city of Mariupol failed as heavy shelling continued. Since Russia first attacked Ukraine, more than 1.5 million people have fled to neighboring countries. The mass exodus of Ukrainians has officials there calling it Europe's largest refugee crisis since World War II. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky continues to ask for aid. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says U.S. is working with Poland on the possibility of providing fighter jets to Ukraine.
Vladimir Putin continues to press this aggression. That's why I say I'm afraid this could go on for some time. But it's going to end, and it's going to end with Ukraine prevailing.
Today, NATO denied a request to establish a no-fly zone over Ukraine. Crazy story here. Until more help arrives, the Ukrainian people are remaining resilient, taking control of what they can. A makeshift Molotov cocktail factory is up now in the city of Lviv. Civilians are making the cocktails for distribution to other parts of the country. So far, this factory has already made about 30,000 Molotov cocktails. When Russia first invaded, the government showed TV program that helped the civilians create the Molotov cocktails on their own. Now, here at home today, supporters of Ukraine put together a more visual, peaceful demonstration in Ocean Beach. People there gathered and sat in the form of a peace sign. I want to show you some drone video. It shows you what it looked like from the air. This took place today at Dog Beach in OB.
Well, negotiations are still underway as the labor contracts for thousands of workers, of local grocery workers, are set to expire. This affects about 60,000 employees at places like Albertsons, Ralph's, and Vons throughout Southern California. Union grocery workers are demanding a new contract with better pay and benefits. Now, last weekend, dozens of workers rallied in front of the Ralph's on Sports Arena Boulevard to get their message out. Now, a potential work stoppage could be looming if a deal can't get done.
Well, if you've been out trying to buy a home, you know San Diego right now has a very low inventory of available homes for sale. So it's no surprise that right now we are definitely in a seller's market.
Absolutely. But with sky-high inflation and rising interest rates, how is all of this affecting home buyers? CBS 8's Brian White takes a look at the latest trends.
We know the San Diego real estate market has been booming with inventory so low and demand so high. But with interest rates inching upward, what trends are we seeing out there right now?
For buyers who want to buy in the next, say, 12 months, frankly, the promise that interest rates are going to be continually going up is making them, get off the fence and buy now.
According to Zillow, the national average for a 30-year fixed mortgage rate is hovering around 3.67%. With interest rate hikes on the horizon from the Federal Reserve, some buyers are motivated to make their purchases sooner than later.
So we know interest rates are going to continue to go up to stem inflation. And that is also, I think, giving buyers a bit of impetus to jump now.
Matt Battiata has been a realtor in the San Diego area for 22 years, and he's seen plenty of trends over that time. And right now, it's still definitely a seller's market.
For buyers that want to live here in San Diego, I think they're still pretty motivated.
San Diego's great weather obviously attracts home buyers from all over the country, especially for people who are able to work remotely and want to relocate here, a trend that places even more strain on an already low inventory.
We are still getting quite a few people moving here from, San Francisco, Bay Area, Seattle, Portland, the whole West Coast, even LA and Orange County.
While prices seem so high to us here in San Diego, they may seem like a bargain to someone from San Francisco. Matt has plenty of clients moving down from the Bay Area.
I was showing somebody a $7 million house the other day, and their 14-year-old son said, "Gosh, it's amazing how much you get for the money down here."
In recent weeks, Matt has noticed things tempering just a little bit on the buying side for a number of reasons.
It's not quite as crazy of a market as it was, but I think it has been tempered a little bit. You know, that's a combination of interest rates, the stock market going down, what's happening in Ukraine, you know, just the global economy, inflation, but it's still a seller's market.
In San Diego, I'm Brian White for CBS 8.
Well, starting tomorrow, San Diego State is updating its mask policy for students and staff. All students will still need to wear a mask when in the classroom, library or university, or in an instructional setting. It doesn't matter what your vaccination status is. However, for those that are vaccinated, you can take and keep your mask off when you're outside of those settings around campus. For those that are unvaccinated, masks are still required at all times when you're indoors.